Hey, it's Tellman, and here she is. This is the minivan, the Tellman Run minivan that it's kind of big for a minivan. I don't think it's really that mini. Anyway, I wanted to say thank you for picking up the DVD or the downloadable video version of Tellman Run 0 to 654. You're about to embark on something that I think you're really going to love as you follow us through the first 654 miles of the journey across the United States of America barefoot. Before you jump in, I really wanted to tell you thank you for helping out, because the money that you paid for this video is helping kids. It's going to 3 separate places. Number 1, you're going directly to help homeless kids in America who are freezing, who are hungry, who have no place to live, who've been abused, who are in terrible situation and they need our help. Your money's going to help over 2 million homeless kids in America. And we're trying to help every single one of them. So that's number 1. Number 2 is your money's going to help spread the word about this DVD and get it out into the hands of more people. So thank you very much for your help in doing that. And number 3 is you're getting us back on the road. You're getting us back on the road. But before you jump into the main Tellman Run movie, what I wanted to tell you was that I've set up a very special link for you. It's at runtellmanrun.com/secret. So runtellmanrun.com/secret. And the reason that's important is the only people that are watching this video are going to get that link. And if you go there, I've created a very special audio program for you about how to raise enormous amounts of money for any cause that you believe in, whether it's your own nonprofit or another nonprofit or another cause that you're trying to rally support for. If you spent money on this video, then clearly you want to help people like I do. And so I set that up as an educational thing to help you to raise more money for the things that you believe in. There's some really, really cool tactics that are brand new that the internet has made possible for us. So runtellmanrun.com/secret. Run over there, get access to that audio program. You're absolutely gonna love it, and I hope you really enjoy the video. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. All right, day 124, and we're at mile 639.5. And it's the 10th of January, and it's a balmy 19 degrees out. Pretty nice and sunny though, and the roads are looking very, very clear. Off we go.
Tellman's going to dip his feet in the water, a ceremonial dip, and then head out to LA. So it is 9 o'clock, so he's got the helmet on. Let's give a round of applause to Tellman Run, the beginning of the journey. Off we go.
Nice, we got a bunch of folks. All right. Bye! All right, that's kind of surreal.
Running along the Esplanade and Battery Park, making our way north up the West Side Highway.
West Side.
Past our first mile.
Heck yeah.
Woohoo!
Mile 2.
Yes! Mile number 2. We only have 3,398 to go.
Yes.
Thanks, Dennis. And our next guest is on a one-man mission. He's running from New York to Los Angeles to raise $100 million for homeless youth. And he's doing it barefoot. And I read your statistics, more than 2 million homeless young people in the U.S. 1 of 3 homeless people are under age 18. What made you so passionate about this cause to do this mission?
Well, a very, very close friend of mine named Tyler Blaine that I grew up with unfortunately passed away about 3 years ago. And he had completely dedicated his life to homeless outreach. And then about a year and a half ago, I was on Sir Richard Branson's private island with a bunch of other marketing guys. And we were bouncing marketing ideas around, but the CEO of Virgin Unite, Branson's nonprofit, was there, and their U.S.-based initiative is called Project Regeneration for Homeless Youth. When I heard about it and I was trying to think about how I could up my game with just doing bigger things, I was really inspired by Branson. All the pieces just kind of came together, and I said, wow, this is great. I could run across the country. I've been running, for longer than I've been doing anything else in my life, and I could raise a lot of money for youth homelessness. So it kind of everything coalesced in one spot.
People have this image of homeless as this 60-year-old drunk, and I think that folks need to be reminded that some of the homeless are our future, our young adults, young adults who are 19, 20 years old, who sometimes don't have a lot of hope.
Get some footage coming over the bridge?
I did.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
I got your back, man.
Thanks.
They need someone to have faith in them, and they need hope restored, but for the most part they want what everyone else wants. They want to succeed. They want to have an apartment and keys to their own doors. They want to feel that they can live a dignified existence, and they just need help in doing that.
Nice. All right.
All right, man, we're officially into it. Driving through the bowels of Manhattan. Here's Ben, our driver. He's about to try to...
Apparently it's pretzel cart rollout time.
Okay, this is an interesting situation.
Dude, what's up? We're getting a police escort here. Check it out. This is awesome. Everybody's like, why are you running across the country? Why are you doing it barefoot? Why are you raising $100 million for youth homelessness? This is why. You can get some amazing people behind it. Maybe we should try to get police escort the entire way.
Alright, so what happened today?
I can hear Torger screaming outside. That's awesome. Got up at 6 this morning, looked out the window. It was all wet and nasty and windy. I was like, well, it's day 3. It would be stupid to just completely roast my feet in the water because running in the rain softens up your skin and everything else. We did, 13 actual miles covered on day 1, 14 on day 2, and now we're on day 3. And
yeah, so describe your plan for mileage as
well,
you move across
right,
the
my mileage plan is shifting a little bit, and so what I'm going to try to do right now is basically I'm going to try to increase my daily mileage by 1 mile each day and see how long I can keep doing that for. I think it's going to work well overall. This rain thing was a major problem, but we're going to try all sorts of stuff to waterproof my feet. We're going to try spraying silicone spray on them. Ben wants to try WD-40. We might cover them up in Vaseline and see how that works in the wetness if it's still wet out tomorrow. So We have lots of very interesting and very odd waterproofing opportunities up ahead of us. This sucks. This is like hell. I mean, it's just like gravel that doesn't move. Like, it's just digging up into your feet like little knives with every single step. I can't wait to come back out here later today. That's gonna be awesome. How long does this crap go on for?
All right, it's day 9, and we're gonna try to make it into Pennsylvania today, cross the border and get into eastern Pennsylvania before dark hits. And even if dark does hit, we're gonna keep going, put the headlamp on and stuff.
Feeling like a superstar,
Dude.
fly. I'm a superstar.
Those chia seeds, man, they bring you to another level. Start rapping 90s style. Gonna go for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna break 100 tonight, and I'll be happy to break 100 tonight.
Nice. Mile 100.
All right, let's keep it going, baby.
100, baby, yeah! Welcome to Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
A lot of times people will ask me about all the running and everything else. They're just like, well, you know, why do you push so hard? What are you doing? What do you have to prove? I'm like, well, I actually have a lot to prove, you know, if nothing else than myself, you know. I was born with this leg condition called femoral antiversion, where both of my femurs, which is the bone between my knee and my hip, were kind of twisted in a little bit like a spiral, and so my feet both pointed in at like 45-degree angles, and I could basically just barely walk without tripping over myself. So that, you know, that was a big point of constant both outward and inward kind of ridicule. So, you know, I wasn't an academic student. I had very few friends, and I wasn't much of an athlete. So it's a great combo pack. But so I joined the cross country running team mostly to get out of from being behind the Nintendo screen. Ended up just running as hard as I could that first season because I went into my annual leg exam 2 weeks after cross country practice had started, and they were like, your bones are starting to harden up now, and most people your age already grow out of this. So you have two choices: either we're gonna have to break both of your legs, put flat breaks in both of your legs, twist them outward, put 6 to 8 pins in either leg, cast them up for 6 months to a year, and then put braces on them from 6 months to a year after that. And I was like, that sounds really great. And they're like, or you could live with having deformed legs for the rest of your life. I'm like, that's great too. I ended up running so hard my first year, but basically the muscles in my legs got so strong that it just bent my bones back around forward, and I was just kind of like, holy shit, you know, you really can do anything.
Bring it, Pennsylvania!
We just got passed by some Amish. Amish are awesome. They are awesome. They're like I'm running barefoot, but they're like living barefoot.
Okay, so we showed up at Stepping Stone.
Hi, I'm Kate.
Hung out for about an hour inside, met a bunch of the kids, met a bunch of the alumni, met the staff.
My wife Jody.
Hi, Jody.
Torker.
Twerker. Hello, young man. How are you?
Do you have any Batman suits?
Batman suits.
Well, these kids come here for all different reasons. I always say the only thing that they have in common, or the one thing they have in common, I should say, is that they don't have a permanent living option. And so referrals come in from all different sources, but anybody at any given time can call. All of my staff are trained to take a referral, so 24 hours a day, that phone could ring with a need for a home.
I just help the kids learn the skills that they need to get out and be successful on their own. We do cooking skills, we do budgeting with their paychecks, how to clean things, how to take care of your apartment, how to get credit, how to manage your checking account or savings account, all that stuff.
We had a big lunch together where we all sat around and the media threw questions at me.
Tellman, how much is homelessness an issue for you?
For me, well, I'm trying to raise $100 million and running across the country barefoot. So it's a pretty big deal. There'll be over 2 million kids in the U.S. alone that experience homelessness this year. And that's not kids with families. That's kids without families and nobody to turn to. On average, 13 kids die on the streets in the United States every single day, alone, by themselves. That's absolutely ridiculous. If we can't take care of our kids, then, what can we do? So
the next 10 grand we're actually raising 4 stepping stone to go toward their kitchens.
We put a lot of emphasis on cooking skills here at our transitional living program. Ultimately, our goal is to help all these young people learn the skills that they need to move out on their own, and cooking is a big one. And if you notice, I mean, some of the woodwork behind us is original. Right. This house was built in the late 1800s, and I think the wear and tear speaks upon, one, how many youth we serve in this program. This house gets used.
I think it's going to be good to visit a lot more shelters along our route because we're out here, we're running for miles and miles and miles every single day. Your body wants to fall apart, and then when you meet the people that you're helping out head on, it gives you a good reason to get up the next day and crank.
Tellman's wild. He's a great guy with an awesome goal, which is raising awareness for youth homelessness and hopefully along the way raising that goal of $100 million that he has.
It's going to be really cool to be able to help him out.
The reality of homelessness is, could happen to some of us tomorrow. I mean, it could be a fire, it could be a loss of job that would allow us to be in that same situation. So we can't do enough to continually educate folks that homelessness is a major issue.
I would actually sleep here every morning before class would start. I would get here about 6 in the morning after walking here from the other side of town, and then I would stay here until about 8. And my class started at 9. I would wake up around 8, do my homework in here in that cafeteria, and then go to class at 9. And that's how I did every day until I got my GED.
They didn't know that I was homeless until one of the teachers asked me, "Why are you always sleeping in the class? Why are you always so tired?" So I told him, I said, I don't eat. He said, "Why don't you eat?" Because I don't have anywhere to eat at. And that's when they really took a personal interest in me. All the teachers kind of gathered together, and they really just kind of put me in their prayers. And what they did was they actually nominated me for Student of the Year.
We actually are the only center in Pittsburgh that is an outreach type of program that actually goes out into the community and brings young people here to offer those types of, offer services.
When I started going to Hub was when I was actually living inside the shelter. A couple of kids there introduced me to the Hub and said, there's a place you can go, you can get all types of help, food, clothing. They actually were like my guardian angels. She also helped me study for my my GED, and then she actually connected me with Three Rivers Youth, our scholarship program, to help me get a scholarship.
Most people who are homeless don't want to be. If given the right tools and investment, most kids can change and leave the street and become productive members of our society if given the opportunity.
Now I live in my own apartment. It's the projects. I live in a bad area, but it's mine. Once I close my door, nothing else exists outside there. And I've been living there for now about 3 years on my own, paying my rent and taking care of myself, which was the one thing I wanted in the first place, was just to be stable. Stability is what we all look for in life, and that's what I never had at first. And now that I'm on my own, I finally have that.
Stopping in at Stepping Stone and then stopping in at the Hub, what it really did was it gave me a face to picture in my head while my feet were bleeding. You know, get up, it's dark out, it's freezing out, you're miserable, you're hungry, there's bad coffee, and you gotta go run 20 miles without shoes on. You're like, well, that sucks, but this other 15-year-old kid has to deal with worse than that every day, so let's get a move on. .2, did a marathon today. I had to tell you, I felt like quitting at one point for the day, but then the road smoothed out after about 2 miles of freaking agonizing pain on my feet. Oh, we're about to run. We attempted a 27-miler yesterday and made it 7 because my feet were freaking rampaged, and I'm gonna try to run 27 miles today. What do we make it, 3 miles or something? 3 miles. Big day. Look at that. It's this deep bruise in my heel. That's a bruise, and it hasn't had time to heal. And it's like every time I go out, whatever. This is what I signed up for. I don't know why I'm complaining. It's just wicked frustrating. And then basically what ended up happening was I hit this rock and it totally sunk into my left heel.
Okay. I need to x-ray the foot.
Cool.
Okay. Because I want to see how much damage there is.
That's awesome.
I want to see if you have developed like some type of quick bone spur from the trauma. Yeah. I think that this is going to be something that is probably just a soft tissue injury just from palpating it. I really don't think it's going to be anything more than that. But I think we're foolish if we don't look. It's probably going to come back on the x-ray saying that you have expansion of the soft tissue.
Okay.
Which just means rest.
Yeah. I get it.
Okay.
That white sign.
Continue straight onto Highway 50, Athens.
Are we live? Alright, we're going to Athens, Ohio because I've been told by the doctor that I have to take 2 weeks off from running because I have a deep tissue contusion.
What we want to do is, since it's going to be a 2-week no-run situation, we're all going to kind of disperse and go our ways to hang out with our families while Tellman, or whoever we were hanging out with, while Tellman's foot recovers, and then we're all going to come back and apparently run the turkey trot together on Thanksgiving.
That's kind of what we're thinking at this point. I mean,
okay.
The timing would be great, and it would be a great way to kind of revitalize everything.
All right, as long as the doc is cool with that timing, as far as you know.
It probably will be. So, deep tissue contusion, taking 2 weeks off from running, but we're sticking in the Ohio, West Virginia area. We're going to Athens. They have a great Mexican restaurant with great nachos. And so we're going to Athens to get some nachos. We're in Antioch, Ohio, and I'm taking off my pants. But I got shorts on underneath. It's all right. It's 59 degrees, and it's the day of rebirth. Should be good. So far, so good. I think we're holding up.
Icy ice.
Hey, Dr. Butler. Here you go.
It's Dave. That's Dave. Come on, sit down, guys. Make yourself
Alright,
up.
thanks.
What are you gentlemen into?
Same old.
Same old?
Same old. Same old running across the country barefoot. Same old.
What you got?
It's a little bit orange because I've been spraying Tough Foot on it. My whole foot. But at the end of the day, you know, I was running, felt good, whatever. Hit a small rock, definitely felt it.
You're going to.
Yeah. And it's you know,
It looks
it's soft
better.
in there.
It looks better.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the problem.
Yeah.
If you don't go easy for a while, this could get bad enough to put you down.
To put me down.
Down. As in, done.
Really?
Oh, yes.
The lame
you know,
horse.
Again, West Virginia, we're allowed to shoot things that are lame. Okay?
And I should already be dead, dude,
I know
because
where
I'm
we get
really lame.
guns.
Do you need to see this again? Are you good?
No, it's fine. Point is, I don't want you to be off permanently from the run. So I want you to ease back into running. You can't start out at 8 miles a day.
All right, go on.
Okay. I would rather you start out 2 to 3.
Okay.
Do that for a week.
A week.
Go to 4. Do that for a week. Then try to increase.
Okay.
I mean, the difference in trauma of 2 or 3 miles versus 8 miles is
substantial.
Substantial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two to 3 miles is going to be tough.
Requires some serious restraint.
Yeah.
It'd be like Keith Moon playing a light acoustic set on a Congo or something.
What's that?
Yes, Dr. Butler! Dr. Butler!
Okay, it's December 1st. We are in Fly, Ohio. Today is the first day that Tellman's out running after being explicitly told by Dr. Butler that he can only run 2 to 3 miles per day for the next week. And then once we get into next week, he's allowed to up his mileage by about a mile. So, yeah, that's the story.
Most barefoot runners are training for like a year before they go and start doing any kind of distances, and he's still training now. I mean, in all honesty, he started like 2-3 months before we started the run, and we're still trying to figure stuff out, but he still just went out there and did it. So he's learning very fast, going out and doing it every day though. Doing something like this is, when you're running across the country barefoot, I mean, that's an extreme thing and it gets a lot of attention. But what's kind of amazing is the people that come out of nowhere, out of left field, and decide that they want to support you. Even here in town, in Vienna where we're at, there's a guy, Rick, and Rick is a guy that he's just a regular working guy. He went on the blog, read the story, and it meant such a big deal to him that he was like, you know what, I want to be able to do something. And he's like, I'm going to go out to these places, down by the river, out in the woods, whatever, and walk around and try and find these homeless kids that are out there. And he's working on setting up a blanket donation at his work. He's really just kind of running with it, you know? He took the idea and he's like, yes, this is important. It's amazing that somebody is willing to go out there and do something for people, and I wanna do that. And I think that's one of the more powerful things, when people are willing to go out and change their lives and be like, yo, you know what? If he can do this, I can do something as well.
A bunch of those. We have Rick has collected a bunch of blankets, and we're down here with some folks from the local homeless outreach center, and we're seeing if anybody wants blankets. And so we're kind of doing a blanket delivery.
Well, the whole time I stayed down there, I was working, so I just wasn't making enough to get a place. There was a about 15 tents in a circle. We had about 20 tarps put up over them. We had about 2 couches, 3 chairs, a kitchen table. It was really nice. When my dad passed away, we had lost all the income that we had. We had nowhere else to go but here. So it's just kind of something that I can relate to a lot. So.
It's Sunday, December 20th. We're started up again after a couple days off. We are now doing Tellman's doing 5 mile days under doctor's orders. So I've got another 5 days straight of 5 mile days. We are in Williamstown, West Virginia, heading toward Vienna. Okay. It's not bleeding.
Good.
Got that going for you.
That's a bonus.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that were like people who were standing in their driveway. They were just like, you know, you're awesome, you know, and having that kind of support from folks locally is really great, you know, especially when you're feeling like crap, or you're like swearing to yourself as you're running down the road because you're in agony, and then like somebody's like, all right,
1:20. 6:26.
126 miles. We're at Two Lick Road, and see there's some snow on the ground, and we got 6 miles to run. I can handle the cold, but the gravel is just destroying me.
What do you want to do?
I can't keep going in this.
Okay.
It'll put me out for a week. Ah! It's tearing me up. I have to call it, dude.
And I was up pretty much all night trying to weigh out different ways to handle this, and finalize the decision at 8 this morning with Dean and Chuck and Ben. So if we keep going the way we're going, if we kept on with the run, we would run out of money in 2 weeks. I need to make a call on this. It just makes more sense to press the big pause button.
So if you could go back to last summer, before we left, what would you do differently? Heading into the run again, what would you do different?
I would have built up slower and been more patient. I was hoping to average about 34 miles a day when I originally started. What I wasn't planning on was getting down to 2 miles a day. And that slowed us down exponentially, but it didn't slow down the cost of the run. And I wasn't spending 6 to 8 hours a day that I normally would spend working on my company. I was spending that running. I knew I was going into that, but I didn't know to what degree the damage would be. Me not working on the company dropped our company's profits and profitability, which was feeding the run and paying for the run. I should have paused it a month earlier, but I didn't. I wanted to keep pushing, and I was hoping that everything would come together. It didn't. And so run's on pause until my company is really running smooth without me. And in the meantime, we're looking at raising money a few different ways to cover all those costs, so that we can focus all of our attention on raising more donations and really getting the word out there.
Hey guys, this is Tellman, and we're doing something very cool today. What we're actually going to do is sending a check to Stepping Stone, and we're sending them a $10,000 check today. This is the first big check we've written out to an individual organization from our organization, so that's very, very exciting.
Okay, so this is our staff meeting, and I am going to give our staff the wonderful news that Tellman Run has donated us $10,000 so we can get a new kitchen. So we're all very excited, and we will be sharing this with our kiddos at house meeting tomorrow night, and I'm sure they will be very excited as well, so we'll keep you up to date. Alright guys, so we have $10,000 to fix our junky kitchen.
It was awesome. It was awesome. I'm going to be really excited to see the difference that it makes, and I was really happy that we could help out. Yeah, I definitely learned a bunch of stuff, but at the end of the day, the big thing is like, if you don't try big stuff, you just keep on coasting through life, doing whatever, and blah, 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 and that's cool, but it's not for me, so Run, Tellman Run is still on. We're on pause right now. I'm just kind of recouping and making sure my heels are healed up, making sure that our finances are balanced, that we're fully funded, and we can go out and just hammer this thing into the ground.
Run, Tellman Run, a cause for everyone. Run, Tellman Run, towards that setting sun. Oh, run, Tellman Run, can't give up until you're done. Run, run, Tellman Run, gonna finish what you've begun. Straight out of the blocks, no shoes, no socks. Tellman rules, Tellman rocks. Armed with his heart, head, soul, and feet, to keep children off the street. Even though there's pain, set it aside for now. It's more worthwhile to save another child.
Yeah, they under siege, best believe, cause it's plenty deep. Filled with creeps, jogging nightmares, new kids sleep. Tell me waking up the earth from the Freddy claws. Run, run, DMC without the pause, y'all. Marathon pace, looking for the gold tape. To break through, chest out, bring a brand new view to those that didn't have a clue. Now what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Run, Tellman Run, a cause for everyone. Run, Tellman Run, towards that setting sun. Oh, run, Tellman Run.
Hey, it's Tellman again. I hope you enjoyed the movie. I really want to know what you think. Please run over to www.runtellmanrun.com/secret in order to give us your feedback, what you like, what you didn't like, all about the first installment of the Run, Tellman Run saga here. And the other thing is I've prepared a very, very cool audio program for you over at that link, runtellmanrun.com/secret, that you can get to learn how to raise money for the cause that you believe in. You're really going to get a lot out of it, whether it's Run, Tellman Run, whether it's something with cancer, something with hunger, whatever it is that you're trying to raise money for as an individual. You can have a much bigger impact than you realize, and it doesn't all have to come out of your pocket if you're limited in terms of the amount of money that you can spend. It comes from rallying people, and I'm going to teach you exactly how to rally huge numbers of people to get behind your cause and get done exactly what you're trying to get done in this world. So thank you for your support. runtellmanrun.com/secret. Give us your feedback, and we'll talk to you very soon. This is Tellman, over and out.
Pushes, Tellman rolls. Hoping the world runs into this dream. Everybody, hop on the Tellman team. Come on, steady on the go. Helping donations grow. Even when he's hurt and he's sore, he knows he's gotta give more.
Cause every breath he takes is forward motivation. The next step he makes improves the situation. Blessed with massive stimulation, mile after mile, fueled by every smile.
Run, Tellman Run, a cause for